Hi guys, welcome back to Dubventures. If this is the first time that you're on this channel, I'm Tom, and today we're going to be talking about 5 things that you don't know about owning a campervan until you own one. So guys, we've owned our campervan now for just over 3 years. Now, when you buy a campervan, there's certain things that you're not going to know unless you've got the experience of it. And today we're going to talk about the 5 things that you're not going to know unless you own a campervan. Now, number 1, something that we didn't know about owning a campervan, and you're not going to know unless you own one, is how social you're going to become by owning a campervan. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, when we first got our campervan, every time that we went into like a fuel station or a car park, or, you know, even when we went shopping and things like that, you literally do get people, and now if you own a campervan, you're going to know this, you get people that will just like walk up to you, stranger, you've never met them before, and they'll be like, "Oh, is that a campervan?" And you'll be like, "Yeah," type of thing. And then all of a sudden they'll be telling you stories about like how their parents, how their grandparents, how their friends, or how them themselves like have owned a campervan, or they own a campervan, and about all the fantastic memories they've got. They might have memories of when they was a kid and things like that, about, you know, when they used to go campervanning with their, you know, grandparents and things. Now, when this first happened, when we first got our campervan, you know, we just thought, oh, it's just like a one-off where somebody's come up to us. But like, no, everywhere you go, like, you know, in like car parks and fuel stations and things, people do come up to you, and you know, they tell you stories about like people they know, the campervans. And you know what, we absolutely love it. And to be fair, we're actually one of those people, because I've done it before where I've been in a fuel station and it's like you see a campervan and you can't help it, you've just got to go and talk to them, and you know, and say, "Oh, you know, are you guys off somewhere?" and things like that. But no, absolutely brilliant in that. But yeah, that's one of the things about owning a campervan that you won't know unless you own one. The second thing that they don't tell you about owning a campervan is they're expensive. Now, I'm not talking about buying a campervan, I'm not talking about running a campervan, I'm not talking about sort of like the ownership of, you know, all the things you got to pay for with a campervan. What I'm talking about is all the little like memorabilia type of gadget type of things that you don't really need, that you end up buying. And yes, I am 100% guilty of that. When you own a campervan, you just want to buy, like, I mean, obviously we've got a Volkswagen campervan, so, you know, we just want to buy like Volkswagen things all the time. Volkswagen mats, Volkswagen coasters, you know, and then when you go like shopping in like camping places, you know, there'll be like some new gadgets out, like new cooking facilities and things. You're like, "Oh, we should get one of them." All stuff that you don't need. You know, we've got a cooker, you know, but then, you know, we're like, "Oh, she'll get a new one," and it's absolutely like not needed. But one of the things that you will always do, you'll always find yourself like when you go out like shopping and things, you'll go, "Oh, she'll get one of them for the van. Oh, a tea towel that's got like a Volkswagen brand on it, let's get one of them, like quite expensive. Oh, you know, we need one of them." You don't need one of them. It is an expensive thing having in a campervan, if you allow it to be. The third thing about owning a campervan that they don't tell you is you turn into a travel agent, basically. What I mean by that is, when you've got a campervan, a lot of your friends and, you know, people that you know, you know, and even people like that own campervans, they'll always ask you about like the trips that you've been on and things. And what they do is, you know, they'll always say to you, "Oh, you know, how much did it cost? Where did you stay? You know, how many miles did you do? What were the campsites, you know, like that you stay on," and so on. So basically, you kind of become like a travel agent, where you know, you're always sort of like relaying, you know, the information back to other people about like where you've stayed and everything. Which, you know, it isn't a bad thing, but you do get asked all the time about like trips that you've been on and things. Also, with that, you know, you're always, all the time when you own a campervan, you're always going to be planning trips. You know, like when you've got like a spare 5 minutes, you know, you're doing something, you know, you're always going to be thinking, I've got this weekend off, you know, where could I go? What could we do? How far can we travel? How much time have I got where we can go to places? Can I stay over somewhere? And things like that. Like I said, guys, you sort of like become like your own travel agent. But you know what? We love it. The fourth thing about owning a campervan that they don't tell you is it changes you. It changes the way you think and everything. Now, what I mean by that if you travel somewhere, you know, you could be like in a friend's car, or you know, like even if you're not in your camper van, you could be like in your partner's car, whatever you're doing. You could be going visiting some friends or family, you know, in a different part of the country. And what happens is, when you go in there, you're always looking around, you know, you go past places, and in the back of your mind, you're always thinking, oh, that looks a nice place. I wonder if I could wild camp over there. Oh, that looks a nice place. I wonder if there's a campsite over there. Then you'll drive somewhere, you might be going through the country, through the mountains and things, and you'll be like, oh, that looks really nice. And, you know, basically what I'm saying is, all the time, it's always on your mind. You're always thinking about being out in your camper van. And again, that's not a bad thing. That's absolutely brilliant, because you'll always be looking all the time, no matter where you go, for different places to go. And the other thing is as well, because we've done this before, if you hear like other people like in conversations, you know, they might be saying something like, oh yeah, we went on a day trip the other day, and you know, we stayed at this beautiful place somewhere, and you know, we travelled through, and you kind of like go, oh, where was that? And as soon as they tell you, you know, you're kind of like making notes and everything, takes you back to like being the travel agent. You're taking all your notes and everything, and you're like, oh, I'm going to have a look into that. But yeah, guys, you're always on the lookout. And you know, you're always sort of like looking for some type of feedback or information about places that you can go to. But again, absolutely love it. And like I said, you're always taking notes, and you know, in mental notes, even writing notes down. Me and Brooke, we've done it before. We've gone somewhere, you know, and we've like, oh, where are we? Like, get the postcode of this. We'll have to look into this area and stuff. But yeah, brilliant. So guys, that brings us to the fifth and final thing about what they don't tell you about owning a camper van. Now this, for us, it's the biggest one, without a doubt, and that's why we've saved this till last. And it's the Volkswagen community and campervan van life community. It's real. It's real. You will have heard so many stories about, like, you know, like when people have got like a Volkswagen camper van, you kind of like belong to like a community and everything. And you know what? It's real. The Volkswagen community, but it does extend to like, you know, the campervan community, because we've got a lot of friends that we've met through the Volkswagen campervan community that don't have Volkswagens. You know, they've got like, you know, Fords, you know, Vauxhalls, Renaults, you know, all different like types of vans and everything. It doesn't matter what van you've got to us, you know, a camper van is a camper van. But the community, it's just like, wow. We've been to like a lot of van meets, because we've done like a lot of videos of different van meets that we've been on and so on. At the end of this video, I'll leave a playlist up if you want to have a look at any van meets, if this is new to this, if you're new to the channel. And if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and become like part of our community. Done it? Fantastic, you're now part of Dubventures. But yeah, the community with the like camper van scene, I mean, all you have to do, you go on a campsite, and if you're in a camper van and you're on your own, you know, it might be your first trip. If there's someone in a camper van next to you, listen, they're going to talk to you. They're going to be like, do you need anything? One of the first trips that we ever did when we got our camper van, we went to Scotland, and our electric hookup, it didn't quite reach the van, and we was kind of like, we felt embarrassed, if we're being honest, because it's like, oh, we haven't planned this very well, you know, and we can't get it to reach. And we was like, oh, what should we do? I'm not joking, within a minute, we had about 3 or 4 people coming over to us. Oh, do you need an extension lead? Oh, you know, do you need this? Do you need that? You know, to help you to get electric in the van? And we was like, we was overwhelmed. It was in Scotland on a campsite, and I tell you what, everybody in the campervan community, they look out for each other, generally everybody. And you know what? It's just everyone shares the same passion and everything, and it comes across. Now, like I said, we've been on like a lot of Volkswagen meets, like van meets, and like other camper van meets as well. And everybody, like when they start talking and so on, you know, even if like shy and everything at first, they get to know everybody. Now, I can tell you now, just through owning a camper van, we have met some friends that are now, me and Brooke can honestly say, lifelong friends. Even Thor has met some friends, and if you are new to our channel, I'll put a picture of Thor. That's our fur baby. Yep, another good reason. Subscribe for him. Done it? Excellent. But yeah, even Thor's met some like dog friends, and I'm not kidding, like when we go to like some van meets, some campsites and things like that, because in the Volkswagen community you can be anywhere in the country and you're always going to like meet somebody and go, have I seen you before, and things like that. It happens because the community, it's real. Met some lifelong friends, you know, and if you're the type of person you want to be out and about and meet people, van life, it's for you. 100% van life, it's for you. But yeah, the community, it's real. Even like the online forums and things like that, you know, you can join Facebook groups and things, you know, speaking to people, you know, about your camper van and things. Again, generally so friendly. It's such a really nice community. Everybody helps everyone out, and just for that reason alone, you know, I would recommend, if you've not got a camper van or you're thinking about getting one, you know, like do it. You won't regret it. Now the other thing is, now kind of like same subject but like changing the subject slightly, during the time that we've owned our camper van and like obviously having a YouTube channel and things, and meeting people and things, we've actually spoke to some people that have got a camper van that they've had it for years and years, and they weren't aware that they could go to like these van meets and things like that and kind of like open their like their social sort of like environment, if you like. And it's like, no, you can do it. You know, don't be scared, because everyone's in the same boat when it comes to camper vans. Now, give us a follow on our Instagram page. I'll put the thing up here. And you know, what we do is every now and again, like when we do van meets or we're going to other people's van meets and things, we always put it on our Instagram page. Now, if you've not been to a van meet before and it's something that you want to do, give us a follow. And if it's close by and stuff like that, come along and meet us. Come and meet and come and see how good the van life camper van community is. It's real, it's fantastic. And as you can see, I'm really passionate about it because we absolutely love it. Right guys, that's it for today's video. Nice, short and sweet, getting straight to the point and just letting everybody know about, you know, like the 5 things that they don't tell you about owning a camper van, you know. And it's, if you own a camper van, you probably already know these things. Now, if you do own a camper van, or you don't own a camper van, but you've got some knowledge about owning a camper van, because you might have had one in the past or something, put it in the comments below. Is there anything that you didn't know about owning a camper van that, you know, that you found out sort of like during the time of ownership or knowing someone that's got one? You know, if there's anything that you can add to the list. If there is, put it in the comments below so everyone else can read it, you know, and like learn from everything, you know, be part of our Dub Ventures community and get involved. So, right, that's it for today's video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Press that like button if you have. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And if you aren't new and you haven't subscribed, then also please press that subscribe button. It really helps our channel out, and we're on the mission now. We're on the mission to get to 5,000 subscribers. Yes, absolutely love it. Till the next time guys, bye for now.